Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I wanted to just come on today, spend a few minutes talking about something that I love providing to my clients. It's called a TCA. Stands for Total Cost Analysis. It's provided to me by software called Mortgage Coach. So I've been in the business for about 22 years. Well, November will be 22 years, and I've been using Mortgage Coach for, let's say, the last three. And I really, really love using Mortgage Coach, mainly because it makes things really easy for me to explain to my clients as far as numbers go, monthly payments, total amount needed to close, that kind of thing. It can also be used to compare loans. Let's say you want to compare a conventional loan to an FHA loan, or compare a down payment assistance program to no down payment assistance program. So it makes it really easy for me to create these scenarios. But even better than that, it makes it really easy for my clients to understand what I'm saying, because it allows me to share my screen and go over the numbers with them as I am saying it. So essentially, my customers get to see what I'm saying, if that makes sense. And it just becomes really easy. They love it because it's great. So I wanted to what I did today was I put together an example cost analysis that I can go over with you. All right. So the hypothetical scenario that I put together was for a $425,000 purchase in brick. And so let me bring that screen up and I'll go over that with you now. Okay. So what I did was, okay, so I just want to make sure that's moving. So I did a $425,000 purchase price in brick, which is the same across the board there. All right. And I did 4 different scenarios. Okay. I did one column with 20% down with a 770 credit score. All right. I did a second column with 20% down, but in that column, I did a 705 credit score. I did another column with an FHA loan, 680 credit score, 10% down again. And then I even did a VA loan, 725 credit score with 0% down. So for some of you, this might fit what you're looking for. For the majority of you, I would imagine it's not going to fit what you're looking for. Maybe the town, maybe the purchase price. But if you have something else that you're interested in seeing what I'm talking about, let me know. It's easier for me to create TCAs. And again, I love going over them with clients. All right. So the first column I'm going to go over with you guys, everybody today, is a $425,000 purchase price. This hypothetical scenario has the client putting 20% down. So the mortgage amount will be $340,000. Based on rates today, I use 7.25% as the interest rate. I did a 30-year fix, which is indicated here by the 360 months. So the total monthly payment for this client, for this purchase price with 20% down, would be just shy of $3,000 a month at about $2,944 a month. And the total money needed to close would be $97,514.01. So just put yourself in the shoes of the client for a second, okay? Let's just say that, this is your scenario, and I am actually explaining these numbers to you while you're on the phone and looking at them. So you can imagine how much easier that would be for you to understand, and how much maybe stress that would take off of your shoulders by just not being 100% sure of the numbers, all right? So now let me go back to that screen there. And what I also want to show you is if there's this more info button up here, so I can click on that, and that brings up another screen, and that allows me to even show you further breakdowns. So out of that $2,944, what goes into that number is the principal and interest on the money being borrowed at that rate of 7.25 would be $23.19 a month. I used about $6,000 a year in taxes. Excuse me, and I think that's a fair number to use for brick. Especially for that purchase price. Could vary a little bit, but again, I think that's a pretty fair number to use. And what I did use for homeowners insurance is $125 a month. There's no mortgage insurance involved in this scenario because the client is hypothetically putting 20% down. So these 3 numbers go into what equals your total monthly payment, all right? And I can even do the same thing with closing costs. So closing costs, what I do is scroll down to the fee detail link, and then these are your closing costs. This is a really modern way to provide a loan estimate, all right? Except it's called the total cost analysis. Like I said, it's really modern, really easy to understand. And so going back to that first screen, what we can do now is we can also do the second scenario. So we have a 30-year fixed, 20% down, 705 credit score. Rate's a little bit higher on that, 7.625, which makes the monthly payment a little bit higher. Cash to close is just about the same, really, because everything's kind of close to the same. The interest being calculated is probably just a little bit different. That's why those two numbers are close there. All right. Third scenario is for an FHA loan with 10% down. Rate's a little bit better. Payment's a little bit higher, though, $33.71, and the amount of money needed to bring to closing is a little bit less because you're only putting 10% down versus the 20%. So again, as you can imagine, if I was able to go over this with you, if you were buying a house or refinancing, it would definitely give you some sense of clarity for sure, and also a sense of peace of mind for sure as well, because you know exactly what you're going into as far as numbers are concerned. Okay, and then the last scenario I did here for you is a VA loan, 30-year fixed, 725 credit score. Principal and interest would be $36.57. Total amount needed to close would be about $11,700, and again, that's with no money down. So again, this is called a TCA, stands for total cost analysis. They're easy to put together. They're easy to understand. So if you're in the market to buy a house or refinance a house, and you want to go over numbers with somebody and you want to know that they're accurate, let me know what your scenario is, and I'll be happy to create one of these for you and go over it with you. Regardless of what the scenario is, could be a VA loan, could be an FHA loan. You may want to compare an FHA loan to a conventional loan. Any scenario you can think of, I could probably put together. Even refinances, you might want to see what it's going to be, by consolidating your debt. Let's say you wanted to roll in whatever, credit cards, car payments into one loan. I can help you see what that looks like right in front of you. So hopefully this is helpful for you. I'm going to do this every Thursday. I'm calling it TCA Thursday. So I'll be back next Thursday with a different scenario. But again, if you need anything, hit me up. You can direct message me. You can email me, and catch up with you soon. See ya.